So I would just like to share a little bit about my journey. During my childhood, my father always gave the UPSC as an option for me to choose as a career. But I had an opportunity. I was lucky enough to see the public service life from close quarters, how things can be and what are the opportunities you get. So I never said no to him, but I always said that I want to explore various options in my life before taking such a big decision. I was in Kota during my childhood. I gave the IIT examination. I had aptitude for science, and that was the thing to do in those days in Kota. If you are in Kota, either students prepared for IIT or for PMT as it was called then. And I gave the examination. I was lucky enough to secure 44th rank in my first attempt and get into IIT Bombay, where I studied for 4 years. During my final year in 2014, again my father told me that you will be graduating soon. You can give UPSC examination, and I always had that thing in my mind that I want to try various options. At that time, during the placement season, I got an offer from Samsung in South Korea, which was a very lucrative opportunity for me to experience the world outside, which I believed would help me develop my personality and also give me an opportunity to learn how things happen outside. So I told him, no, I want to first go outside and explore the opportunity which I have got. I think it was the 24th August 2014, it was the day of prelims in that time, and my father had filled the form without even informing me. And just the night before the examination, he told me that you have to go tomorrow and give the exam. Now, I couldn't say no to him at that time. He kind of conspired against me with my sister. But I went and I sat in the examination at the time. And to be frank, I had no clue what to do. I was completely zero in it. I had zero exposure to current affairs or to the humanities side of things. I was more into the science background. And that time I realized I was a little bit confident that I have a knack of doing well in objective examinations, and prelims being objective, I will be able to do well in it. But I went to the examination hall, I saw the paper, and all the options were like 1 and 2 are correct, 2 and 3 are correct, 3 and 4 are correct, and I couldn't eliminate any option. It was a very big reality check for me that nothing is as easy as you seem it can be. And I think I hardly attempted the paper for 15-20 minutes, and I slept for the entire duration. The invigilator did not let me come out of there. He was like, you have to sit here for the entire duration. When I gave the examination, the second one was the aptitude test, which I was very confident in, and I just went and gave that exam. And I told my father, see, this is not my cup of tea, I cannot clear UPSC. And till that point, I had no intention of doing UPSC because my mind was set somewhere else. I did not want to dilute my attention towards the target which I had set. So 2 weeks after the examination, I went to South Korea. I worked there for 1.5 years. It was a very good experience for me. After that, I always wanted to work in India. So I came back. I worked in Bangalore for a period of 1 year. It was during my time in Bangalore when, so that thing about Bangalore is the traffic is not that good. So the traffic there got me thinking about my life. What am I doing? I started contemplating about my life decisions. And it was during that phase, after I had lived in Bangalore for a period of 7 to 8 months, that I started comparing my life in India and what I had abroad. Now I couldn't go abroad because I like living in India, but I always felt that I can create that type of thing in India if I get an opportunity. It was during that phase that I decided that I want to try out UPSC as an examination. I talked to my father at that time and a few of his colleagues about the services. And interestingly, they didn't tell me that give the UPSC exam. They just gave me all the pros and cons because I had a very good career at that time. And for a period of 6 to 7 months, I deliberated a lot. I compared all the pros and cons and made a very firm decision that no, I want to give UPSC, and I quit my job because for that. I always believe that if I have to prepare for something, then my focus should be 100% on it. So I prepared for the examination, and it was in June 2017 that I started studying, and to be fortunate. So technically it was my second attempt, but in terms of number of years, I took 1.5 years preparation, and I was able to clear the exam in the first attempt. So there are a lot of myths involved in this examination, like you cannot clear it in first attempt, or you cannot do it if you start from the scratch, which I was doing at that moment. I had no exposure to the humanities side of things. And but I always felt that let's leave the result for the later part. What will my performance be? Just focus on the study aspect first. I need to study for 1 year at least and then give the examination. Then it will be my opportunity to prove myself that I have learned something over the last 1 year. And I think I was living in Delhi for some time, and the environment there, it caught on to me, and I started thinking that maybe this exam is not possible in the first attempt itself. It is definitely going to take me 2 attempts. And I had this thing already in my mind that I will give 2 attempts to crack at UPSC. If I can't clear, then it is not meant for me. I will do something else, but I will move on from UPSC. But fortunately, the result for UPSC 2017 came, and one of my friends was able to clear the exam in first attempt. So that was a life-changing moment for me at that moment. When I saw him prepare for 1 year and able to crack this examination, it got me thinking that no, it is possible, and I started working very hard for it. So the reason I am sharing you all this is I'm sharing this is because there are 2 or 3 aspects which each and every one of us have to consider. That UPSC is all about being clear in your head that you want to give this examination. If you come with a 50-50 kind of situation, or not 100% fully focused on UPSC, then you might lose some focus somewhere, and that is not beneficial for you, and you are bound to lose your efficiency over a period of 2 years somewhere in between. So first, it is important that whether we want to give this examination. Second, it's all about believing in yourself and having a self-confidence.